Yep. So Wednesday, then you can just start recording. There's no one else. And the mic on, and as long as there's not too much noise in the background. So, Coley, you have to support me. I'll read the notes, and then we can have a talk about them. It's going to be a little bit different than regular retrospective. Just before we start, Wednesday, have you participated in a retro before? Okay, what about you? Sorry, say again? Okay. And Kasi, are you familiar with retrospective?
Yeah, I'm just trying to adjust my volume here. Yeah, but I actually I haven't done it on Figma. I think I've done one on Miro, but I've done a couple in like IRL with the post-it notes on a whiteboard.
Then I think if it's post-it boards or Miro or Figma, it like the concept is the same. We're going to talk about what's the successes, like what's been working, and then what we should stop doing, and then what we should start doing. And Khaled, you are more experienced running these than I am. So if you have anything to add, please do not hesitate. But we'll start with what we should continue doing. And this Figma has been available since last Friday, so people could put notes in async. And the first, I'm not sure, is this from Hyperlight, maybe? Says, I like the idea of education sessions to help upscale guild members, and I think we should continue doing it in season 10. Any thoughts or comments to it? Yeah, go ahead.
Basically, the retrospective, like the instant retrospective we are running right now, should involve the people that filled in the retrospective board. So we could possibly ask like more view on what they have dropped in the board. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
That should expand on this note. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they should just like explain more on what they are trying to tell us.
Yeah, I think it's Hyperlight notes. Just the middle name here seems like to be that, and he's not here, so that's why I asked if any of you have any thoughts.
Yeah, I think I get what he's trying to say, and he's trying to talk about the education session that grades run every Thursday. So and it says to help the upscale of good members, and we should basically continue on doing that. in the next season. Now depends
Or
on
Kasi,
do you want our courses go on? I should continue.
Kasi, have you participated in any
Uh,
of these
I,
education sessions?
I think I went. I think I. Well, I mean, I've just started participating in the guild relatively recently. I think I went to. I think I went to one. I wasn't. There was one. I think something yesterday, but I was uh, uh, doing others. Like I was busy. I couldn't attend that. Um, this wondering is there like are these planned out in advance at the beginning of the season, or is it something that like comes up, or the topic comes up like in a week or two before the planned session? And I guess I'm asking this in turn, like from the perspective of somebody that's new to the group. Is there a like syllabus or like or a plan that's created in advance, like at the beginning of the season, for the scheduled sessions, or are they or are they things that come up ad hoc, like oh, we're doing a retrospective in 2 weeks, let's have a education session on retrospectives next week?
I think it's like maybe 1 or 2 weeks before, but I'm putting the question in, and then Great could see your answer.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a great question. I agree to what Arcos is saying. For example, if we have a new members joining the guild and we don't have a well structured plan for our education session, the new member might be lost in between, like what are we basically doing in the education session. So I think the question is actually good. It's a good question.
I agree. Mikhail, we started the retro. Here.
Yeah, GM. So I'm coming in late. I was caught up with some things. So I just had to like try to finish them up. The fig jam file. GM everyone, GM Colade, GM Oxlor, GM Kosi, and GM Wednesday. I guess these are the only members available for the call today.
So we just started, and Wednesday is doing the recording.
Okay, cool. That's cool. We'll tag soon.
Should we just continue with the next note? Those are actually the 3 next are mine. This is maybe more of a shout out to the new members, so Wednesday and Arkasi. I read through the payroll that Jay Fanny made last week, and I saw several new members being active on the bounties, and I think that's really good. So well done to you, Wednesday and Arkasti. Was that you, Mikhail?
Yep.
Nice. And then another one. Personally, I like. I'm not sure if the wording is good, but proper expectations to the role holders. Example, right now you ask for bi-weekly reports, maybe some KPIs. I think it's important to have these expectations for role holders. So I am very happy that you
I think the most of the folks that wrote the you know points there, I don't think everyone is here on the call, but I feel like we should continue. Pending the time. Aside Ipoli, I think Ipoli is the only. We are good to we can start the synthesis now. If you
GM Vibranti. No. Vibranti.
GM. How's everyone doing?
Doing good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
We're just doing a async retro, so we're just reading up the messages in the GM Fanny.
Tiffany's here. Cool. Mm. Mm. Okay. Is this where we are at now? Continue doing.
Yeah.
Did we talk about the?
Yes.
Is this part of the cards there?
Sorry.
Is this part of the cards? Do you want it inside or is it outside?
What are you? Oh, I didn't see that.
Are you seeing my?
Yeah.
Cursor?
It was so for the first note from Hyperlight. I like the idea of education session to help upscale, and then we.
Okay, so these are just
it's such a kind
key
of
points.
Question for great. Just so we don't forget about it. It was a very good question. Does it make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. The educational section is just is a very good initiative from the coordinator himself. And I pinged them today for the call because they mentioned that they wanted to show the guild something. I think it's in the chat channel. If you check a YouTube video, from 18 Gantt for project management. So I don't know why they want to, but they want everyone to watch the video during the meeting.
Yeah.
So check the video. I think it's like 2 hours. Sorry. So
2 hours.
Work. Yeah, it's a 2-hour video. So
okay.
I don't know. I wanted to tell them to probably draft some key points from the video, but I don't know. I don't want to make the decision for the guild in as much as I would want to just like suggest they do that. I want them to, join the call and maybe the guild members can see that for them.
Yeah.
But they are not on the tag them, so the
and
yeah, that's
we made the decision last week that we should do the async retro. So I think we should at least do that first.
Yes, of course. We are doing that. Of course. So the next one is someone coming in the call. The next one is from Oxlo. The Thursday education session seems to be doing great. Well done. Okay, I think this can be joined in conjunction with the first message here. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did put them together just before you joined.
Oh, I apologize. You can go ahead, continue.
So then the last on this one is and that's I think your idea, Collate. So I think it's been very good to sharing talent workstream with Collate because I think it's good to share the learning experience. We are more robust with 2 people running it, and also it's a good way to get to know each other. I wish we had more notes on this continue doing because it's only Hyperlight and me who's put anything in here. So
I tagged a few members yesterday, and I made sure to mention that you need to have a Figma account before you can add your points there. I don't know. I'm of the opinion that we could still leave the retro form open, for just one more week and see if we get more feedbacks. Because it would be bad if we go ahead with this feedback and then I don't want it to feel like we could not capture as much as we can. I don't want us to waste time, but
I think so too. What if we...
I guess my comment, I haven't really added anything because I guess I've been such a recent joiner that I didn't really have much context into like how things were going before and what was a win and what I wanted to improve. But I mean, I suppose I would maybe have some ideas on like to keep doing or things that like the wish list type items going forward. So I might be able to add something to the Figma retro. The other comment is I think you basically have to either set up a completely different Google account or use your regular Google account. No big deal, but I'm kind of wondering because I think it was Innovator 8 said that they didn't have access to the Figma. I'm just wondering if there was some way to maybe facilitate them getting access.
I explained that to them, and I think they mentioned it. So the thing with Figma is, unlike Miro, I think Miro too as well. Before you can edit any form sent to you, you need to have an account with them.
Yeah.
So that is the only way on Miro that it can identify that text is coming from you. So that is the same thing with Figma. You need to open a Figma account to be able to edit this retro form. If you don't have a Figma account, you can still click on the link and it will show you the form.
Computer.
The time
Google
use Google
whatever
Sites with any accounts I want to use because I feel like I have all my passwords in place, everything is secured and all that. Then I have my 2FAs and the only time I will kind of use a separate email or something like that is if I want to be specific. If it's something like Figma or if I was in a case where I need to open a Figma account to edit a retro file using the shortest route, which is the Google login. So you mentioned that you might want to add something.
Well, I mean, just the comment on leaving it open for another week, but I think we should continue with what we're doing today, but maybe allow people to put additional comments on it if that works.
Yeah, sure. That will work. We'll continue with the sentences today. We just won't close the retro yet. So we can always come back next week to finish it up. After next week, if you don't have any new updates, we can close the retro and use of the points that we do from the retro itself. I just want to make sure everyone has the opportunity to participate, irrespective of, because some people don't know they need to create an account with Figma. They might be puzzled because not everyone came to the group to ask the question why they cannot have edit access. I think Innovator and Collard AD. So if someone is just seeing the message now that, oh, I need to open an account with Figma, they would want to take part in the retro. They would want to open the account and put their points there. So that's just the allowance. That's the reason why I'm saying just leave it open for a bit, and then when next week comes, I'll close it. Well, yeah, thanks and thank you for that. And I'm really looking forward to your comments when you do, share. Oxlaw, over to you.
Thank you, Mikhail. I think that's a smart solution. So we'll run through. Is there any need to discuss any of these notes that we have on the screen now, or should we move to the next?
Yeah, we can discuss these ones now. I mean, the ones that we have not discussed before, we can discuss them now, and then move on to the next. So,
yep.
That way we don't have to
if
do it
there's
twice.
No objections, I'll move to the next. Here we have what we should stop doing. Is this you, Wednesday?
Well, that is not me actually. What happened was, you can see my FigJam. So what happened was, if I created a few sticker notes here, just for the convenience of folks to not to drag sticker notes here. So they can just come here, click on it, add their text, and put them in position. So I guess that is what this person did. So because I was the one that picked the stick note, it could appear as if I'm the one that wrote this, but that wasn't me. I think this is actually from Innovator. I am having a hunch it's from Innovator because they really have time to attend our calls. So I'm just guessing this is from Innovator. I mean, right now they are not in our call, but they want to be active in the guild, but they could not attend. They can't attend the call due to time constraints.
Yeah.
Unless it's on the call and they want to signify.
Anyone in the call who wants to comment? I know Innovator has.
No, go ahead. I can wait.
Yeah, I fully agree with the Innovator. I know he has very strict timer constraints. But you, Arkasi?
Well, I guess my comment was going to be that maybe we can review the availabilities, time availabilities for people to see if something should change. But at the same time, I think we should try to work so that people can stay up to speed asynchronously. So like anything that we can do to kind of enhance working asynchronously is something that we could focus on. So that like the issue about the meeting times becomes less of an issue. I don't know if anybody has a perspective on that.
Yeah. I want to add a few things. I mean, the first one is about the time, having a fixed time where everyone can, like a comfortable time for everyone. So when we agreed to move our call our call wasn't normally 7 p.m. UTC. It was early before. It was early than 7 p.m. UTC. But we had the same complaints, and we had a search poll which members voted on. So we moved to 7 p.m. UTC. Yes, I mean, if you have a certain tax, for instance, and you want to work on that tax, you can drop the idea in the forum room and gain traction from PM members just by tagging them, and then they can add their comments and everything. You can do the same in the PM general. And now, in the case of the bounty board, is where we have some certain bounties that are useful. I mean, that are assigned towards the progress of the guild itself. So even if you cannot attend the call, you can still access the bounty board by just going to our Notion page. And then each bounty they have their own description. So if you still don't get what the description is about, you can reach out to the person that set up the bounty, which their name is always there on the bounty board, in the bounty details, and they can explain that to you better. But I'm open to if you or anyone here have another way we could promote async participation of the guild members. Just checking right now. Am I old?
Yes, we can hear you. Any other comments for this one? It's always going to be a hassle finding the right time. It's always a topic for discussion. I'll wait another 10 seconds. Kirsty, did you have more comments to it?
No, I mean, I guess just I'm fine with that. Yeah, I mean, I think just generally you're like whatever time you choose, it's gonna be inconvenient for at least a third of the globe or whatever. So.
I think you're right. And I think my notes kind of goes on the same, but I find it frustrating when we have a meeting starting, and today it was 4 of us who was here 10 minutes past, so we just started the meeting. But it's every meeting there's people joining late, and sometimes joining in after a half hour, and then often also gone before the meeting is done, and frustrating to like how are we going to run the meetings. But it could also be a problem with the times, or maybe the meeting is too long or something. But I at least feel we could find a better solution to that. Any comments to?
Well, I guess some couple thoughts I might have on that is that, like, I don't know. Well, so there's always going to be something that comes up for everyone that's going to make it so that they're going to be late once in a while, and that being said, I think figuring out like what kind of asynchronous tools or processes are in place that kind of let people keep up to speed with that is good. But the other comment would be that I don't know if there's any kind of way to like maybe incentivize people to show up on time or attend like the whole meeting. Whether that's just like making a distinction in like the attendees, like attendees at this people that participate or just participated in for part of the meeting. And I don't know if that's like, I don't think that we should be shaming anybody, but on the other hand, like, is there some way that you can incentivize at least trying to make a best effort to get on to the meeting on time? I don't know if that makes sense or not.
It does, because it does. So what we have done before, I mean, there was a time where we have code name. It still exists. So there was a time when the criteria to join the codename. So codename is sort of like a end of the season rewarding round where each member of the guild, gets a certain amount of gift to distribute to, members of the guild. Just a way of saying thank you for your hard work for the season and all that. And then at the end of the round, each give is matched to a certain amount of bank. There's a certain multiplier that comes with that. And then, after all the matching round and everything is done, the banks are sent to each member that participated in the coordinate. So one of the criteria then was to have, I think that is like 85% meeting attendance. Yeah, so when you have 85% meeting attendance, you can join the coordinate. But then there came the civil attack on coordinates, and the guild has to. So what I mean by civil attack was the whole reason of the coordinate was now gamified and everything. So there was more like people that were not participating that well getting a certain amount of give and a high amount of give and something like that, which translates to a high amount of bank and just something that was meant to appreciate guilding in the guild at all. We changed the criteria to having a certain tax on the tax board there. But then this season, I mentioned if you have normally you're supposed to have at least 2 tasks per week for the tax board. So that should make a total of 2 and then 16. So that is like 32 tasks for the whole season. So if you don't have up to that, you can have we can have a waiver where we can add your meeting attendance. If you have high enough meeting attendance, we can add that to your points, and then you can get in the codename. So that is where the active member comes in. So at the end of the season, we usually calculate active members, and then those active members are the ones that get to participate in coordinate allocation and all that. So I think to the answer to your question is that we actually have something in place for for members that attend calls. Not only take contacts alone, we have something in place for members that, and I'm reiterating that now. So thank you for your suggestion, Kosi.
Yeah, and I think I guess that's the challenge is like how do you incentivize without making something overly financialized and which results into people gaming the system. And that's always going to be or I guess that's one of the challenges that we have.
Yeah. I mean, as far as it's yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask. So, is the coordinate circle thing, is that still in place, or because I was under the impression that like it was kind of dropped in some parts of the DAO.
DAO wide it has been done.
Right. Okay.
For some guilds and departments still they still do the coordinate thing.
Okay.
It's just a way to reward members. I mean, you don't have members coming into the call, attending, taking on tasks and all that, and not want to reward them. So yeah, it's still on.
Okay.
It's still
but
on.
But the bank budget then for that would come out of the guild or the departments.
Yes.
They're between or out of their allocated bank and not. Okay, got it. Yeah, sorry if that was too much of a tangent, but because I'm kind of new, so I don't know.
No, that's cool.
I think it's good. That's the value of new members, Arcasi, that you ask the questions that a few of them I haven't thought of, and so there's a lot of good new information for at least me as well. So it's important with new members and senior members, as Mikhail. Should I move over to the next part?
Thank you.
Here is start doing. I think this is from Hyperlight. Write up to projects and guilds to help or understand what we can help make them better. Like, I guess that's, do we have, like some guilds have called Spider, I think, going around the DAO to learn how we can help with the PM skills?
Yes, we did that early this season, and we're still doing that with the retro team, because I feel like that is the best way to assist a guild is to help them figure out what they are doing and how they might want to, like, how they can improve what they are doing. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So yes, we're still doing that, and that's a cool suggestion from Hyperlight. Now, I think the thing that most guilds don't get, because I basically have to explain it to them over and over again, is most times we offer two types of retro. So the first one is the one that they have to pay. It's an amount of bank. That is where the credentialed member can take the retro perspective. Now, then we have the other one where it is more like a practice retro, where members that just want to learn the ropes about retrospective and all that. That is what they do. They use that as a practice thing, and then it is free for the participating guild and the member themselves. So it's more like a win-win situation. We can help you with your task loads and everything, and then you can help us help the PM member get credentialed so that they can take on more retrospective jobs and all that. So, and then we also offer PMs to projects. We offer PMs to projects, and that is still active and still on. I mean, if we have a certain project that feel like they need a PM, they mostly reach out to us because we have a lot of projects out there from Bankless DAO. And reaching out to them is quite tasky. But yeah, I do that. I do that, and they reach out to us as well if they feel like, okay, we at this point we need a PM, because most projects sort of have a PM kind of person in the team. So, but in a certain rare case where they don't, they reach out to the PM Guild for project managers, which we assign to them for the duration of how long. I think the project themselves, if they want the PM to be with them for the duration of the execution of the project, or just for the whole season. So yeah, those are the services we offer.
On that last time, that's how I got involved with Podcast Hatchery, and I've been there for a year now, and I'm part of it. So it's a very nice way to get roles outside or around in the DAO. Was there anyone who tried to say?
Yeah, well, I guess the comment that I had when I'd seen this when I saw it earlier is do we have like a kind of a network map of the guild members in like what other departments or projects they're involved in, or is that something that you can see in I don't know, Sobel or
Yes.
So that we could maybe know who's participating in PM Guild, but like, so I know that like Oak Floors is active in Podcast Hatchery, but like the other people, like what other departments, guilds, and to make sure that we have like that we're maintaining a wider footprint, so that we can keep tabs on where needs maybe.
Yes.
Could this be a part of like maybe something that we did at least once a month on on the weekly meetings, that we go into Sobel and just check, so we have it in our conscious, because I think that's a very good point.
Mm-hmm. We can add that as a weekly.
Well, yeah, I don't know if it need. I don't know if it needs to be done like weekly, but like periodically, like Oak Floors mentioned.
Yeah, maybe 2 times a month, something like that.
Yeah, and we can then we see it's a little bit too often, then we can go down to once a month. But just so we remember it, because I think it's good to know, and then we can also share a little bit what we do in the different projects that we're doing.
Yes.
I think this is also linking to the question I asked the other time, whereby a structured material for new members joining. So I think this is basically what I highlighted here previously before the question. So like to create an interactive guide when we have a new members, and like just not that when, for example, when we are onboarding, like not that, not in a different way we get to onboard different members. I don't know if you get that. So but once we have a well structured material, we can just that's to onboard any members joining the guild. So that's what I'm saying. We could even provide that even when we have a new member. Like we could provide that to the new member, and they could read up. And if there's any question, yeah, the talents lead role could just hop on that and explain more. I think
I think that's a great idea, Colin. Wednesday, are you with us? Well,
is Mark here. Am I audible enough? Can anybody hear me? So, Mark, can you hear me? Great.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Anybody hear me?
I can hear you.
All right.
so I think it's good. We are now at the 1 hour. We have a few more notes.
Minute.
I think Makil, it's up to you. Should we continue this this retro next week? I think it's been a good discussion today.
Yes, we can continue the retro next week. I mean, provided we have enough. While we're waiting for next week, is to get more updates for members, more like a chance for members to add their thoughts, just in case they were not available to add that this week. They could do that before next week.
Makil, I will make a new task. So, because I think everyone who's put notes in should have that also as a task towards active membership.
Yeah.
So, can I have a second on rounding off this meeting?
Yes, I second that.
Then thanks everyone for participating. I think these meetings that we have a little bit loose agenda like today, that we talk about different topics. Especially Arkasi, you added a lot of value from your perspective. Even if you're a new member, you are absolutely not a new. Like you add a lot of experience that comes from years of years of experience with your presence. Yeah, thanks a lot, and looking forward to continue this next Friday, everyone.
All right. Yeah, looking forward to next week and wrapping up the retro. I'll try to add some notes.
GM Samuel, I saw you just joined. I hope you see you next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Next week.